What's up, guys? What's going on? Big T here, bringing you guys another video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I truly appreciate you guys. We're getting to that 250 subscriber mark. We're inching slowly towards there. And if you haven't been a part of that yet, and you haven't heard, once we hit 250 subscribers, I'm going to give away about a $300 card. So we greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Well, today, guys, I have a completely different video. It's Sunday. This one's kind of different. So my uncle, me and him have collected ever since I was a kid. I used to go to his house, and he'd have all these cool cards that I wanted, And he's kind of been in and out of the hobby, and normally he'll like sell a good amount of stuff like as he's getting out of it, just life happens and he'll sell some, but a lot of times he'll get sometimes he won't sell, and he'll get stuck holding like good cards, right? And let's just imagine we're back in like 2006, 2007, and the players that were good then NFL, and I bought all these off of him just to help him out, and I wanted him to restart because he just has a lot of this kind of stuff. And they're nice cards. You guys are going to like them. But first, we're going to start off. Let's start off with like 2006 if we can. So, he has a ton of stuff like this, guys. You guys should remember these names. I'm not 100% though. You might not. All right, first couple. Kellen Clemens. Jets quarterback. Topps Chrome. These were probably pretty nice at one time. I remember people buying his cards. There's just a ton of stuff like that, though. There is. Another Kellen Clemens. I'm going to do it by player for the most part. Yeah, crazy. 2006. I'm sure this card had some good value at one point. They were looking to maybe put him in the in the lineup or whatever. I think he was a starter for a while. There's another Kellen Clemens. These were really hot back then, from what I remember. The rookie premier autos, they were really hot back then, and I remember wanting them. I remember wanting like a Matt Leinart, a Brady Quinn. I actually had the Brady Quinn because I'm a Notre Dame guy, and Brady Quinn, and I really liked Brady Quinn. I wanted a Reggie Bush, all those guys, and that's a cool one, I think. Kellen Clemens. I know there's different, color inks on these. On some of them, you can get different color inks. And, like, the more rare ones are, like, red. So, I think we're going to see some of those, potentially. But, again, this is a different video, guys. There's one more Kellen Clemens. Look at this one. Hot Prospects, Kellen Clemens. This one numbered to $9.99. Back then, they had them numbered to $9.99. You don't see any product to $9.99 now. I can't name one or an autos to $9.99. Some of these I've already replaced and taken out of the old magnetics or the team bags. There is some cool stuff in here, guys. I think you guys are really gonna like this. Now let's travel to about 2007. This is when it starts to get kind of fun for me, because 2007 I collected a lot with him. Not necessarily with him, but pretty much. And there's a lot of sets in that year that I really, really did like back then, because I was chasing Brady Quinn. Gridiron gear. Man, if you remember football back then, that was a fun set. Like, people liked these cards a lot. I don't really know why. You can't really see the signature on them, a lot of them, but this was cards that we really liked back then. And if you didn't collect back then, I feel like you missed out on a good era, because this was kind of fun. Like going after Calvin and AP. I think that was fun. I think that was a fun time. I really do. There's a Leaf certified Drew Stanton. He was a Michigan State guy. He was supposed to be pretty good. Never really panned out either. 18/25. Like, these are all good cards, like, back then. Like, this is, like, look at the chunky little patch there. A lot of these are really nice. I'm gonna preface that, because we just barely gotten started. Drew Stanton is another one. There's a bunch of Drew Stanton, actually. To 50. Again, he sold, like, a lot of, like I didn't find any, like, Jamarcus Russells or Matt Leinarts. I'm sure he sold those already. But there's a lot of stuff like this still. And I'm not showing it all today. I'm just going to go through the ones that I saw. There's a Contenders, you know, one of the most longest standing sets other than like base tops, you know, that's still around. I guess Absolute's is getting up there. But I think Contenders was before Absolute. No, maybe not, because I don't know. But base Contender auto, very nice card. I think this is when he tried to sell it in like 2017, me and him. Or maybe 2015 when we were set up at shows trying to sell some of this stuff for him. And man, I ended up buying it all. And there were some good cards with it that I'll show at a different time. But like I said, he kind of pops in and out. So, you know, he'd hop in from like 07 to 2010, stop till 2015 and come back. This one is Upper Deck Rookie Impressions to 99, Drew Stanton. Ultimate Collection. He used to love the expensive sets. That's what he got into. He got into it more than me for sure. I was younger back then, couldn't afford them. There's another Rookie Premiere. Let's stick the Rookie Premieres on the screen because I think those are cool. Very nice. And you can also get ones where like it'll be 2 players on the front, 2 players on the back, or it'll just have 2 players. And blue is like the most basic one. So you have an 06 Rookie Premiere and an 07 so far. I don't know if I have any more in here, but from different years, but I don't know. Let's just figure that out. Well, we already have a Stanton up there, so let's not. Well, I guess we got to stick this Stanton up there. This is like my favorite set from this year, personally. The threads, man, I remember these were just so hot. Like people wanted these, man, because you could complete the player's name, man. And I just remember I was younger then. I really was. I was like a teenager or something. No, I was a little older than that, maybe. But I was like, man. I started getting the Brady Quinns. This was just an awesome time for me. I remember being so just amazed by these kind of cards. But Brady Quinn. And like Adrian Peterson, I liked him too. But the O and Stanton, I might try to complete that just to have it. It is pretty. I'm not even a true Stanton fan, but I bet you could get it for cheap. I don't know. And like, there's a ton of stuff like this. And I kind of want to save the big name for last, but that kind of gets us out of the year thing. But I guess that's fine. Yeah, because I want to do the last guy last, because it's just crazy of what's left of this one player from 07. So let's skip around, and we'll skip around years a little bit. Let's go to a different player that I hated at one time, because I'm a Notre Dame fan, and you know he played at Michigan for a little bit. And I remember one of my buddies was a big Michigan fan, and Ryan Mallett. That's all he talked about was Ryan Mallett. He ended up transferring to Arkansas, and actually did pretty good there. But there's a couple absolute Ryan Malletts. Yep, Arkansas Razorback. He threw 32 touchdowns, 12 picks in 2010. Yeah, whenever he played for freaking Michigan, man, I did not like that. There's another Ryan Mallett, Leaf certified to 25. That was probably a solid card back then. Back in 11. That's a cool looking card. Yeah, there's so much stuff like this. I mean, there really is. And I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to show you guys. And we will do one baseball. We'll show you a guy back in like COVID era. My uncle was just nuts about. And he would just go so hard on one player. And he's like, buy this guy. And he did have a good little run. He's like, buy Akil Baddoo, buy it. And I never did, thank God, because I don't think he's even in the league right now. But yeah, I mean, he had BGS slabs of him and just, I mean, oh my gosh. And then a refractor to $4.99. That's just how he is, man. He just goes hard on a set, and he just goes all the way in. Now let's do some miscellaneous stuff, and then we'll come back to some of the others. But I got some cool stuff coming, guys. Don't jump off this video, trust me. Dexter Jackson. He was a good player. It's a nice 4-color patch. I found that. A lot of these are in magnetics, and I put them in these just because, I don't know. I kind of want the magnetics for other stuff, and the magnetics look decent. Steve Slayton. I mean, look, 3-color Steve Slayton. That kind of like speaks to me. I like want this card, you know, because he was good for a few years. I had him in fantasy a few years. Like Steve Slayton, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not worth a ton, but that's a cool card just to have. I remember this guy. I always thought his name cracked me up, man. John David Booty. He played with USC. It's like a slight 3-color. He never panned out. He wasn't even. I don't think he was in the first 3 or 4 rounds probably. But David Booty. I think he's wearing Brett Favre's number before Favre got there. I think he changed his number for Favre maybe. Huh. Does that sound right? Because this came out in 08, so Favre probably came there in 08 or 09. Had to have. Yeah. Eddie Royal, great receiver, man. That's another cool one, you know? And just there's a ton of stuff in there just like this, and it just makes me happy that I picked it up. Eddie Royal. He had a few good seasons, man. He was tough for the Broncos. And then another guy, R.I.P., James Hardy. He was an Indiana Hoosier. He never really did anything in the NFL, but I forget how he died, but he was a good player for IU, and I seen him play multiple times, and he was really, really good out on the field, so R.I.P. James Hardy. Yeah, now we'll do some miscellaneous, I guess. Why not, right? No, here's some more of them rookie premieres. Jarius Norwood. He was a guy that never really panned out. My uncle, I remember he used to press this guy. Jarius Norwood, you got to buy him. And then it never really panned out. And he tried selling him. You can see on the back when he tried selling him. He played for Georgia. I didn't even know that, actually. And these are the red SPs. He told me the Reds are like 10 or less or something. Supposedly 20 or less or something, you know. Here's a cool one. Javid Best, or whatever his name is. Crown Royalty. This one's pretty sick. He was good for a few years as well. A lot of these guys had, like, you know, like, just quick little flashes, man. And they had a good few years, you know. 16 to 25, Best. I'm going to keep that one, probably. That's a sick card, man. It's sticker, but it's still pretty cool. You know, and then there's a bunch of stuff like this, like Tom Savage, NT. I mean, you know, I wonder what these cards were worth back then, because I know he spent some money on them. Like this guy right here. I mean, there's a ton of Paxton Lynch. I mean, I'm not going to pull out all the Paxton Lynches, but, I mean, he has just a ton. To 49, I mean, he just never panned out ever. I don't think he ever really... I don't think he played very many games either. There's another Paxton Lynch, Immaculate to 99, 3-color. Chunky. I mean, he didn't really pan out, but, man... in my mind, you know, when you have something like this, Immaculate, you think this card's probably $5 at the very least. Quarterback, even though it's a junker, it's got to be $5, right? I don't know. So, I bought a lot of this stuff knowing I probably wasn't going to, you know, make very much money if I tried to sell it, you know. He had a bunch of prison basketball, you know, because he hopped in during that. You know, just a lot of that kind of stuff. This one might be worth something a little bit. So we got Stephen Hill, Jeremy Curley, Santonio Holmes, and I think that's Geno Smith's rookie, 2013. I'm like 99% sure. To 25, that's got to be worth a little bit. 22 to 25. Geno, man, he's had a decent kind of career, but it's kind of been back and forth. But I thought that might be a, you know, decent one. Here's another guy. Hawaii, he threw like 58 touchdowns, man, like the most ever at that time. I think it still is. He was just a freaking force, man. I think they went to go play Georgia, and they got freaking smoked. It's because they had that, you know, in Hawaii, I forget the conference, God. But they got demolished by Georgia, I believe. And, man, but he had 58 touchdowns that year. He was a bad freaking man. I think this is actually like a $30 card, surprisingly. I don't know. But I'm keeping this one for sure. I might grade it just goes, right? And then I want to see what you guys thought. So, like, okay. Like, say, like, Cardell Jones. Didn't have an NFL career worth anything. I wonder if someone, like say that I graded like this red. You know, would an Ohio State fan, if he got a PSA 10, would an Ohio State fan want that? You know? But he has the Bills jersey. And you think an Ohio State fan would, like, be interested in that, maybe? 1/50 as well. I don't know. And then speaking of Cardale Jones, we got the blue to 75. I think I have the gold to 10 somewhere. I think I lost it, though, so far. This one's, yep. Another Cardale. He had a cup of coffee in the lake down there. And there's the black, optic black to 25. I'll probably grade that one, though. I don't know. If I was a grader, I'd probably grade the black. Well, would you want to grade the red for Ohio State, even though he's in the bull? I mean, I guess you'd grade all of them. You know, Bills team colors, the red for Ohio State and the Bills, and then black for, just because it's a freaking black to 25. I think I have all the same colors in Paxton Lynch. Hold on. I'll show you guys those real quick. They're right here, so at least one of them is. But, I mean, is that worth grading, you guys think? Or I'm just curious to get some different opinions on it. So I haven't really, like, pondered it, so I don't know. Probably not, but I don't know. Probably won't be getting graded, but at the same time, you just never know. Like, I try to think of different things that people would be interested in. There's a Paxton Lynch black to 25. Like, would grading that be smart? Would somebody want that? I don't know. I'm trying to think where Paxton went to college. I don't want to say like North Dakota or something. Memphis. He went to Memphis. The 2 of 25. I don't know. Is that worth grading? Probably not. But you know, in my mind, I'm like, well, if we got a 10, you know, would somebody like it? I don't know. Sean Green, check this one out. Sean Green, NT. Man, he was good at Michigan State. I remember watching him. 14 of 15, rookie. Sean Green. Stephen Drew. That's JD Drew's brother. He was pretty good. He was a good player for some years. We got a Chad Henne. Icons. I think there's a Chad Henne RPA somewhere. But let's get into the cooler stuff, in my opinion. We got a Montario Hardesty NT. Okay, this guy was a complete bust, but there's some cool stuff of his. I'm going to show it. It's just this and a whole other thing, basically. But look at that NFL shield. Man, that's sick. And laundry tag. Is that what that is? To 15. I mean, how many shields do they have? They have 15 of them. That's pretty sick, though. Is that what that is? What is that? I can't tell, really. That's pretty cool, though. Like, I don't know what that's worth. That's got at least $20, you'd think. And speaking of Montario Hardesty, speaking of Donruss freaking threads, let's check this out, man. We got the H in Hardesty. We got the A. The R. Dude. The whole thing, man. Pretty cool. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know if that's, you know, that would sell or, you know, who knows. I don't think I can fan it out perfectly for you guys, but let's give it a shot. Why not, right? Let's see. Nah, it ain't gonna work out. Arms aren't long enough for her. Nope. I tried, though. That is pretty cool, though. Those things don't fit. They're too thick. But that is pretty cool. The whole Montario Hardesty. That's pretty cool. I think they're all numbered to 140 or something. Yeah, 440. Holy crap. They made a ton of them, man. I don't think they made that many, but I wonder if it's... Okay, so when it says number to 440... Is that divided by 7 because he has 7? I don't know. 440 of each letter or 440 total? If anyone knows, that'd be something to learn, I guess. And then on to the appetizer of, you know, a guy that could have panned out that he has a ton of. I mean, he just has a ton. I mean, I would say, is there a super collector of this guy? Like, should I try to, like, put a big lot of this guy up on eBay? Because I don't really need this guy right here. I don't really want to collect him or PC him or anything. So, you know, should I post this? I don't know. You guys think somebody would be interested in this? Like, just give me your thoughts here. All right, let me try to organize my stack here so stuff don't start falling. But this one I'm interested in. I really, truly am. I'm going to save the 2 bigger cards for the end. I mean, there's a lot of big cards in this, to be honest. It's going to be kind of tough, but all right. I think this is a pretty cool lot. All right. And, or would you want to, or should I keep a couple of them just because of the memories? I want to keep a couple for the memories. Trent Edwards, man, he was, my uncle hyped him up too. You know, somebody told me, man, he's going to be really good. So I'm not trying to sound like him. I don't know if he'll watch this or not, but I'm not joking on him, but that's pretty much what he says. Man, somebody told me he's going to be the man. Trent Edwards, triple threads, 9/9. Like, at one time, that was probably a freaking banger, man. Jeez, you know? Somebody probably spent $500 on that at one time or something. Couple NT Trent Edwards. I mean, he just has Trent Edwards out the freaking, you know, $9.99 eBay 101. Like, should I lot all these up and try to sell them? Because I can't keep them all. I mean, I didn't pay a crazy amount for this, but I don't know. Contenders. You gotta have the contenders. Gotta have it. There's the ultimate rookie sig. Leaf Limited, man, that's a product I always kind of liked. It was on the cheaper side. You get a hobby box for about $100. That was kind of fun. Maybe $150. I'm gonna say it was about $100. 2 out of 25. Mr. Edwards. Another Gridiron Gear, baby. That was a fun set. It really was. I talked about it earlier, but it was a lot of sticker autos. But man, you could get blasters of this stuff. I don't think you could hit this. Maybe. It's been a long time. This one's number 2. 50, 29 of 50. There's another Gridiron. There's Absolute Gridiron Force. It might not be his rookie year. Nope, second year. Yeah. 1 of 5, though. Holy crap. 1 of 5. That's when he started to fall off. I think he had a good rookie season, I think. Let's get into, well, I guess we'll go, let's go to this product right here. So, back then you had SP Authentic, which, you know, was the banger product, I guess. It was up there. It's kind of like, you know, National Treasures today, I would say, probably similar. To 725 is like your base, I believe, for that year. I mean, just look at the patches on these, though. It's like NT today, you know. But it wasn't, I mean, it was expensive, but it wasn't nothing like NT is now. Look at the patches, man. All the 725 here on the SP Authentics. But filthy patches. Like, if I lot it up, should I just lot up all the SP Authentics, or? I don't know. I'd really be curious to what you guys thought, actually. Like, you know. I don't know, this is kind of like a feeler video, I guess. You know, there's not really any, like, crazy cards I've shown, but, like, cool stuff, you know? Not, like, crazy value here, but just cool items. Alright, now let's get into the Ultimate Collection. Or, the Exquisite Collection. Pretty much, you know, the best product back then, I would say. This is arguably the #1 product. Arguably the best product of all time, Exquisite. This one's a 225, man. These are just badass. Oh my gosh, just the look. It just looks so much better, don't it? I mean, here's another one to 225. I mean, I remember whenever we first started selling. I mean, he had every player. Boom, boom, boom. Exquisite, Exquisite, Exquisite. I mean, he just had so much of that freaking stuff, man. I swear. There's another one. This one's a 99. These are badass to 99. You know, it's Trent Edwards. I mean, it's just a different vibe, kind of, right? I don't know. I'm curious to what you guys think about this. You guys think this was just a bad pickup or what? There's an A in Edwards. That's nasty, man. To 225. I believe these are game worn, too, I believe. I can't read it. That's a nasty card. That's the 225, which is like the base version of the Exquisite. Oh, and I forgot a SP Authentic. This one's just 725 as well. And then the last Exquisite, this one's a 99. I guess if I was to keep an Exquisite, I'd probably keep this one. If I was to keep one. Man, these are just such good looking cards. Trent Edwards. I bet somebody buy the Exquisite lot for maybe 150 or two. I don't know. I mean, it's Exquisite, you know. People still do like it. Oh, there's another Exquisite to 99. Man, what a premier product, though. But then, like, stuff like this, you know, like this one. Look at this, was a banger at one time. I bet this was 1,000, 700, 800, 1,000, somewhere like that. Really OC. I wouldn't grade this now. I would love to have the Brady Quinn of this. Do I have it? I might have the Brady Quinn because he's given me all the Brady Quinns basically so far. So, but yeah, the red, man, the red. Just another cool one. And the last two cards of the video, Topps Chrome Gold to 50. Nasty, man. And he played at Stanford before Andrew Luck, about 5 years. About 4 years before. No, I think Andrew Luck was his successor. He really wasn't too great in college, but when was he drafted? 92nd overall, so he's a third-round pick, into the third round almost. But that was back when quarterbacks, weren't, I don't know. And the last card of the video, kind of a nuke for that era, man. Trent Edwards, third-round quarterback now, would be like, I don't know. I'm blanking now. What, like Gabriel, God, dude, I know, Dylan Gabriel, basically. Like when Topps Chrome comes out to 5, this is to 5. Like, that would have just been a freaking nuke back then, and he had like, stuff like this, but like Carson Palmer, like, I don't know. So seeing all that my whole life, just, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to sell these, actually. I don't know, it's going to be tough. But should I grade this? Like, maybe someone would want a Trent Edwards red to 5. Like, there's only 5. There's got to be some Trent Edwards fan out there, I was thinking. So, I'll probably send that off. Why not? Well, I hope you guys liked the video. Happy Sunday. Just something different. I don't know. I feel like I was in one lane there for a bit, just only vintage. And I realized that there's a lot of collectors out there that like the same stuff as me, And I went hard on the vintage for a minute, and I'm still on it. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think it's fun to get to show other things that I enjoy too. So, and I was just kind of getting into the pre-grade videos too much, just too much of it. So we're going to dial that back just a hair and just start going in different areas too. So I'm going to try to switch the content up a little bit, guys. Do have a bunch of vintage sub reveals coming though. But I really appreciate it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully stuff like this is cool to you. It's cool to me. And I have a bunch of cards from this collection that I already have like ready to go for grading. So I will show that. I will upload that soon, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. For real. And if you made it this long, you're a freaking soldier. I appreciate you guys. 2